Bell class. In today's phonics lesson, we are going to be having a look at words that are spelt with the silent B letter. So I thought we'd watch a video before just to give you a heads up of what you're going to be learning today.
Silent letters are found in lots of English words, and because you can't hear them when you say the word, it makes spelling these words really tricky. Bah. We all know this is a lamb. Oh, bah. And from the sound of it, lamb, you would expect the word to be spelled L-A-M. But lamb has a B on the end of it. L-A-M-B. Aha! Not that kind of B, the letter B. If we pronounced it as lamb, it would be easy to spell, but the B is silent, which means we must use our incredible brain power to remember the B when we write it. So, I hear you ask, what's the point of that pesky B? Well, let me tell you a story. Long, long, long ago, invading warriors like the Anglo-Saxons and the Vikings, they turned up in this country bringing lots and lots of their own words with them. One of their words was lambaz, which is an old Germanic word for a young sheep. The word caught on, and soon everybody was using it. Mary had a little lambaz, its fleece was white as snow, said everyone. Over time, people stopped pronouncing the baz bit of lambaz, and we ended up with the lamb sound we know today. But because lambaz has already been written down in books, the B was kept. I like to think of the silent B as a sort of keepsake to remind us all of lambaz. Lambaz! There are quite a few words with these silent keepsake Bs. The word cambaz is another old Germanic word. Cambaz describes a toothed object, which you can use to untangle your hair. Over the years, the baz sound was dropped and the cam became tone, but still spelt with a B. Try and remember that silent B the next time you cambaz your hair. Bombus is a word borrowed from the Latin language and describes a booming sound. We dropped the bus sound long ago when saying the word. But in spelling, the B was kept. Climben is an Anglo-Saxon word, and we get the word clamber and the word climb from it. The word clamber has kept the B in the spelling and the pronunciation, but the word climb has only kept it in the spelling.
Climb on every mountain, ford every stream.
Sorry about that. Anyway, crumb has a B in it, which we honestly believe was just popped in there about, 300 years ago by someone who thought it would match up with the other MB ending words like thumb, dumb, and numb. I always remember the B in crumb by thinking of apple crumble, because the B of crumb can actually be heard in the word crumble. I remember the silent B in limb by thinking about limbering up my limbs. Plumber is spelt with a silent B, but this is because the word originally came from the Latin word for lead, which is plumbum. The Romans made water pipes from plumbum, and the people that did this metalwork were called plumbarius. So the B has been left in our spelling, but not in the pronunciation. My final silent B comes from another Latin word, dubitare, which means to question and hesitate. Our word dubious comes from it. Dubious means to doubt, and doubt comes from the same Latin word, dubitare. You can hear the B in dubious, but it's silent in doubt. Silent letter stories are fascinating, and I love finding out new ones. Plus, they're also great at helping me remember the silent letters in my spelling. Of course, lots of our silent letter stories have been lost in time. So in those cases, I just think up something silly to help me remember. Here's one you might like. Here goes. A dumb bee made my thumb go numb. Do you get it? A dumb B is a silent B, and dumb, thumb, and numb all have silent Bs in them. It works for me. I hope it works for you.
So before we start our segmenting and blending of words with our silent B in today, we're going to have a little practice for our rise. So I've got some of our phase 3 and phase 5 sounds for us to practice. Remember, when I show you that card, see whether you can say that phoneme. Oi. Qu. Your. E. A. Oo or Ng. Stick that tongue out for me. Shh. Oo or I for tighten my tie. I split digraph. Oi. Or O split digraph. A. Get those teeth out. Now we're going to have a little go at segmenting and blending words with our silent B in. So remember, when you see that B on the end, you're not making a sound, it needs to be silent. Okay, so imagine that it's not there, that it's silent. So it's quite tricky. Let's try the first one. So T and H go together to make. So stick that tongue out for me. Then we've got and the B is silent. So thumb. Like my thumb was bleeding because I cut it. Thumb. Okay, next one. Again, remember, making sure that you're not saying the B. It's silent. Numb. Like, it's so cold that my legs, my hands, my fingers feel numb. I can't feel them. Numb. Okay, next one. This is quite a tricky one. So we're going to blend the first two letters. So we've got K and OO, and they make cl, cl, cl. Then this letter I is making an I sound in this word. So we've got I, K, O, I, K, O, I, K, O, I, Climb, as in I had to climb up the ladder. Climb. Remembering that B is silent. Climb. Next one. We've got this one down here now. So let's go for that first blend. So that's making kr, kr, kr. And then we've got k, k, crumb. Like there was only one crumb left from the chocolate cake that Miss Bailey had eaten. Crumb. Okay, have a go at me saying those words and see whether you can spell them. Remember, today we're looking at the silent B. So on the end of each of those words is a silent what? A silent B. Imagine a buzzing bee. Okay, can you spell the word thumb? Thumb. Remember that? Thumb. I'm going to pause that video. Let's see whether you're right. So I'm going to show the board again this time because I want to see whether you can tick off your word. So have you got the T? If you have, tick it off. Have you got the H? If you have, tick it off. Have you got the U? Have you got the M? Have you got the B? And remember, there's no finger spaces in between those letters. Thumb. Okay, next one. Can you spell the word climb? Climb, as in I was climbing up the stairs. Climb. Remember, pause that video. Let's see if you were right. Again, let's self-correct. Let's see whether we are right. So we've got that C. We've got the L. We've got the I, the M, and the silent B. So C-L-I-M-B. Climb. Well done. Next one. Crumb. I ate some toast and there was a lot of crumbs everywhere. Crumb. Crumb. Remember that silent B at the end. Pause that video. See whether you can write that word. Let's see whether you're right and let's mark our work again. So we're giving big fat ticks if we've got it right. So we've got a C, an R, a U, an M, and B. And that last one, oh, let's hide it. Numb. My toes and fingers were numb. Numb. I'm going to pause that video. Let's see if you were right. Let's tick off our work. So we've got N for N, U, M, B. Well done if you were right. So now we're going to have a little go at holding our sentence, writing it and then extending it. And we're going to be using the conjunction so today. So our sentence that we're going to hold first is going to be, I needed to climb the ladder. I needed to climb the ladder. Your turn. I needed to climb the ladder. And again, I needed to climb the ladder. So our actions, big capital I. So imagine you've got a magic pencil on your finger. I needed, needs to get done. So we're going to point like that. So I needed, then for 2, we're going to write it in the air. So T and then O, climb the, we're going to do a T across, and then ladder. I want you to imagine that you're a ladder diagonally like that. Okay, because usually a ladder, if it goes against a wall, it has like a slight diagonal to it. So then you can lean it against the wall and climb up. So I needed to climb the ladder. Full stop. And again, I needed to climb the ladder. Full stop. Time, I want you to see whether you can impersonate me. So I want you to say that sentence in the exact same voice that I'm saying it. So you could do my facial expressions, you could try and mimic my voice. The only time Miss Bailey will let you mimic her. Okay, you ready? I need to climb the ladder. Full stop. Well done. So we're going to have a go at writing that sentence now. So let me bring my screen right forward for you, superstars. Big capital I is a personal pronoun. It's also the beginning of that sentence. So we need a big I. Need. So we've got a finger space. First sound. N. E for what can I see? D on the end. I need, finger space, 2, that tricky one, because the O is making an oo sound. I need to climb. That's one of our words with our silent B on today. So let's have a little think. Ooh, that I is made by that letter I. M, and then what's silent on the end, everybody? B. Well done. I need to climb the, another one of those tricky words, because that E is making an sound in the word. Ladder. Ooh. Ah. Ladder has 2 D's in it. So D. D. And then for what's for dinner. I need to climb the ladder. Full stop. Now remember, Miss Bailey is going to extend that sentence using the conjunction so today. So why do you need to climb that ladder? So I need to climb the ladder so I can fix the roof. I need to climb the ladder so I can rescue the cat from the tree. So see whether you can extend my sentence. I need to climb the ladder so I'm going to say I can fix the roof. And you can extend it whichever way you like. Remember to challenge yourself. You might decide that actually you want to do a sentence with a different word that has the silent B in, like thumb or numb. But make sure you use that conjunction so, or you could challenge yourself further and use other conjunctions like and, because, but, or when. Well done.